A new volume of Batman is launching this week. And while that may be on the marquee, there are a lot of other big time books dropping from the big two to kick off September. And we're going to get right into things by letting you guys know what you can expect us to be reviewing this week on Pals Pulls. And we've got a pretty hot docket, I would say. So the books we're going to be talking about are, of course, Batman #1, Adventures of Superman, Book of L #1, Absolute Superman #11, Amazing Spider-Man 11, and Spider-Man 94 #1. What do you guys have as your most anticipated book this week?
Amazing Spider-Man number 11. I'm gonna play catch up now that this is coming out. I've kind of slowed down on the Ramita section of this, but my boy Lil Raz is coming back for part of this, so I'm very excited, and I'm looking forward to seeing the split. What does it mean? What is Simbi?
Yeah, that's a big one for me too. It is one I'm interested in, but out of all these, seeing Fraction on Batman is number one for me. I Dark Patterns has been where my mainline Batman itch has been scratched for the past couple months. Hush 2 ain't doing anything for me, so I'm hoping this brings me back into the fold. And based on the previews and based on my history of Matt Fraction, it's probably going to be Batman number one.
I got to go with Batman #1 as well. I mean, it's not as exciting as it's not. I'm not as excited as I've ever been for a Batman #1. I frankly would say the Tom King relaunch and the Scott Snyder one were more exciting to me at the time. But I do trust this creative team to deliver something enjoyable. And I'm excited to see what they have to say. So I'm gonna go with Batman as well.
Nice.
Um, Go ahead.
Nice. And it's funny because I feel like I have such a distance between Fraction. I feel like I
Mm.
would be excited if I was tapped into that.
Yeah, yeah. It's you got to have some level of familiarity, I think, with Fraction's superhero work. Um, I was never the biggest fan of Matt Fraction, but I definitely like him enough to think that he can deliver the goods here.
Yeah.
But there will be another book added to that document. It's the one that you guys choose. There's always a poll that goes up every Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern that you guys can vote in. And this week, you've got some interesting options. So you've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There's a typo there. Excuse me. It's issue 11. It says 12. Same difference. So you got that. Cheshire and Cheetah #2. Imperial War Exiles #1, and Absolute Green Lantern #6. I voted for Cheshire and Cheetah. I really enjoyed that first issue a lot, so I want to see more of that on the show. What about you guys?
I got to actually catch up on Cheshire and Cheetah like the day after we recorded Pals Polls. DC decided to put on a Comixology, so thanks for your timing there, which they got me with Absolute Wonder Woman last week too. But I think I'm with you on that. I really enjoyed that issue.
I thought
Uh,
you would.
Yeah, it's right down my alley. A B list villain team up book. Hell yeah.
Surprisingly, Green Lantern, absolute Green
Mm.
Lantern. It the last issue kind of is pointing in the right direction. I'm giving a lot of just like ramp here. So I'm interested to see what he does now that we're like towards the end of this arc, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Lots of interesting books on the docket. So let us know what you want to be added by your votes. Get your votes in and make sure you tune in to Pals Bulls on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern to hear our thoughts. Now, of course, we said at the top, lots of interesting books coming out this week, and we're going to turn things over to leagueofcomicgeeks.com so that we can put you on and give you a sneak peek at what you can expect to see at your LCS this Wednesday.
It's a big week, dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot out the gate,
Top heavy.
uh, JSA for me. I've been enjoying the run. Jeff Lemire uh, continues to do, I think, pretty stellar work, and then Diego Olortegui is coming back. I forgot who had done last issue, but Dilator. Uh, so I'm excited to see him return. I like his style, and we're doing like the big, fight scene now.
Yeah.
Everybody's in it. Everybody's back. Everybody who's relevant. So I'm pumped for this.
And I think it's a connecting Leo Romero cover too for both parts of this thing,
Oh,
Nice.
which,
damn.
man, it's cool to see him back. I like how I say it's top heavy and Marco goes 3 rows down, but they I want to shout out All New Venom number 10. Uh I have been really liking this run. I don't know why. There's something about it where it's like Al Ewing knows what he's doing with this book. Of course he does. He's the one writing it, of course. But I think he's playing with some themes that have been around Spider-Man for a while, and he's just fucking with them. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I don't even think he's doing it in a way to fuck with people. But there's some really interesting stuff here, especially with the relationship with Mary Jane and the symbiote and Paul, who just got dumped an issue ago. So we'll see the fallout of that. I think this is the final issue as well of this book, which is kind of a bummer, but also it's like, all right, where are we going? Yeah, I'm excited to check this out for sure.
Man, uh, just to stick on that for a second, I really do wonder where they're going to take things
Right?
because she doesn't really have a place anywhere else. You could throw her back in Amazing Spider-Man, but I don't know if that necessarily works.
What if she's the other Spider-Man?
Nah.
It's coming out the same week.
I don't think so. We've
They
already seen the other Spider-Man.
Well, what if it's the space Spider-Man that she is? It's the
Nah.
symbiote. It's the same color scheme. It's gold and black.
I'm gonna I'm gonna vote no on that for multiple reasons, but if you are right, I will give you your props.
Okay, I want a little smooch on the forehead. How about that?
Whatever you need.
Cool. All right, we're open here.
Yeah, he'll just lift the
I'm, tou- I'm
tin
touch
foil
starved.
hat.
Yeah.
I want to call out a book that is going to be dropping. That's a new number one from two people who I quite like. Tate Brombell and Jacob Phillips are doing Everything Dead and
Oh,
Dying number one from
Yeah.
Image Comics. I really, really like Jacob Phillips. He is Sean Phillips' son, so there is some nepo baby stuff there, but I don't think that counts when the person is actually talented on their own, and Jacob is that. Tate Brombell does the Batgirl book, which
yep.
is good. And I really like that book. I just didn't feel the need for more superhero stuff. But if he's going to tell a different kind of story, which I'll read the solicit here, it follows Jack Chandler, the sole survivor of the zombie apocalypse, hunkered down in his rural farming community. But rather than eliminate them, Jack has chosen to continue living alongside the undead, including the husband and adopted daughter he fought so hard to have. But when his town is discovered by outsiders, Jack suddenly becomes the one thing standing in the way of those who hope to kill his family for good.
Hell yeah. I'm glad you shouted this one out. I was looking at it too.
I love the design of the cover too.
Yeah.
It's atypical for a comic book. It almost looks like a book that would be in universe romance book and saga, you know?
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, no, I'm definitely checking this out. This was not on my radar at all, but now you've pinged it, so appreciate that. Actually, that's one of the benefits of this show, the Pals preview is like we learn just from going through this.
Yeah, I don't know how it benefits. I don't know how much it benefits the listener, but I know we always come away with something from this episode. So,
And now I'd argue the inverse that it's detrimental to our wallets.
well,
Well,
that is true. The whole hobby is.
Yeah. I guess I'll go right next to it. Speaking of Tate Brombell, Batgirl number 11 comes out this week. Batgirl. So this is telling he's kind of doing two things here. This is with art by Takeshi Miyazawa. It's he just told the origin of Lady Shiva, who's Batgirl's mother, and how Batgirl had a long lost brother this whole time. So it's simultaneously fighting the villains of Shiva's past while Cassie is meeting her brother in the present. It's this real good, like the mother's gone, but she's still dealing with the fallout of her mom's actions. In negative ways with these people trying to kill her and her brother, but even in the positive ways because she has a brother that she didn't know about. It's a really interesting book, and I think it's a really great dive into who Cassie is. that, I haven't seen in a while, and it's really nice. Like, even look at, like, League of Comic Geeks, like, look how where it's pulled.
Yeah.
It's pretty high up for a Batgirl book that's not Barbara Gordon. It's being pulled over Avengers and Wolverine, which is a pretty wild statement.
Telling.
I think that's quality based.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
Speaking of quality, Resurrection Man, Quantum Karma #6. Rambi has been crushing it on this book. And Anand on art has also been doing, great work. I'm excited to see this come to its conclusion. It's been a wild trip. I think Ram is always has a unique voice, and it's always well suited to a book like this, to a character like this. So I'm very, very hyped for this.
Cool. I'm gonna go with the Tin Can Society #8. This, I mean, if you've watched this show for almost any length of time, you have heard me shout this book out at some point. It really is a phenomenal story, and it's getting near its conclusion. I don't remember exactly how many issues are in the series. Oh, it's actually 9. So there's one issue to go, which is a bummer. But the story's been so good and so tight that I'm really just looking forward to them sticking the landing. And I don't need them to continue it in perpetuity. It's been a great story. Now it's time to finish it off. If you have not read this series, I highly suggest you give it a shot. I don't go to bat as hard for most books as I do this and Kaya. Those are the 2 books that I think everyone should be reading.
Okay.
Could be a nice hardcover too once it's out.
Very nice
It's at
hardcover.
nine issues. That seems like something they could put in one book.
Yeah.
I want to call out. Let's go to the world of Ghost Machine with the Rockefellers #8. This is by Pete Tomasi, art by Francis Menopole, and a little bit of art by Sia Oyum with John Callis on colors and Rob Lay on letters. This is kind of the origin of the Rockefellers here. We're finally getting the information about what caused them to flee the future. 8 issues in. The majority of the run so far has kind of been like one and done stories to really solidify who this family is and their interpersonal relationships. But the last 2 or 3 have really been delving into the actual plot of what's going on here. That robot thing that was chasing them from the future is the dad's sister. So there's some family drama, family future drama. There's like a tech guy in the present who kind of found out that they have future tech because the son can't not leave the future. He's like a kid with his iPhone. You just can't get rid of it or whatever. It's really fun. I've been really digging this book so far. We don't really talk about it on the show, but I've been consistently reading it, and it's been a lot of fun.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna shout out Maria Lovett's Artificial. This is a new image #1 that looks a little saucy. I'm gonna read the description here. At the center is Clara, a jaded fashion stylist who signs up for an advanced dating service that provides hyper-realistic android partners. But when her robotic dream date malfunctions and turns dangerously possessive, Clara is forced into a chilling fight for her freedom and her life. And knowing Maria Lovett's art, bound to see some level of sensuality. So
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say you're bound to see some Bush,
She
maybe.
but
brings it.
you put it a little nicer than me. Cool.
My last shout out this week is actually a book that I will not read.
Ooh.
White House Robot Romance #1. I'm
Yeah.
shouting it out because it's got a creative team that's quite good. Chip Zdarsky and Rachel Stott, Tamra Bonvillain, and Ariana Mayer. That's a very, very good
Huh.
creative team. And what the book is about is pretty much on the tin. White House. It takes place in the White House. It's about robots, and they're having a romance. I have to confess, though, I have never read a distillery book. I have bought
Hmm.
quite a few. I have read none of them, and I've realized that I just don't want to. So I'm not going to buy this, but I don't mind shouting it out because I do think the premise is kind of interesting. And if it was any other publisher, I would get it.
I'm glad you shouted it out because I was looking at this one as well. The creative teams was what brought me in, and then the concept is the thing that would have solidified it. And then I was like, hold on a second. 48 pages, 8.99, oversized or not. Plus, I can only get this in physical. I'm not gonna get the digital version. So, all right,
You didn't get the NFT version?
if that's even for sale.
Yeah. Yeah, this is another one that I want to read, but like how? I'm not sure. I will say the distillery collected editions that they have put out are good quality in terms of the physical nature of it. But I feel like they're not as frequent. Like I feel like that first wave they collected, I don't really see much of the others.
Hmm.
Yeah. So again, something I would probably want to read too, but how? Unsure. I do want to call out something that is old but new again, and that's Closer #1. This was a series that was published in Image, the anthology Image book with the exclamation point. That was a whole bunch of little stories
Oh
that
yeah.
Image was putting out for the 30th anniversary. But the creative team for this is Kieran Gillen, art by Steve Lieber, colors by Tamara Bonblanc, and Clayton Cowles on letters. I'll read the solicit here. So it starts with birds materializing. It'll end with the death of the heavens, cosmic horror you can dance to, and a one-off apocalypse romance. By that creative team? Yeah, I'm in. A one-off book, too, like a one-shot? Few and far between at this point.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
$3.99 as well?
Might be the coolest thing about it.
Exactly.
Take that,
Yeah,
distillery.
I'm closer to buying this because of it.
Yeah.
There you go. Any more shout outs?
No.
Oh, I do.
Okay.
I have one
Oh.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're doing a giant size special edition of this Batman #1. Those are those big boys. You ever see those in person?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
It's so stupid. I have a picture with one of the Hush 2 ones. It's literally the size of my forearm, Marco.
Wide?
No, tall.
Oh, okay.
It's just a comic writ large. But I feel like I might want it for this. What am I doing next Wednesday?
They look cool, but for me, it's always, what am I going to do with this?
Yeah. How do I put it away?
It's a good cover. Maybe I'll just hang it up, put it in a frame.
It's a good idea too.
Yeah. Use it as an umbrella. I don't know. When your friends have sleeping over and you're afraid to give them sheets, they can put this on instead. You know, big enough. But I don't know. Might be a good little bit for the show.
All right. All right. Well, as always, these are your previews for this week's comic book industry. Make sure you check out your LCS this Wednesday. Spend your money well and wisely. And come hang out with us on Thursday for Pals Pulls, 8 p.m. Eastern. Hope to see you there. Till then, take care.